YouTube? What is good? It is your boy Peptalk. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about topics to elevate your spiritual, intellectual, and physical growth whilst spreading knowledge, love, and positivity on the regular. Thanks for tuning in. Let's jump straight into it. Today we're going to talk about motivation is temporary, but consistency and discipline is permanence. Motivation is temporary, consistency and discipline is permanent. What do I mean by that exactly? You wake up one day and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I feel so motivated. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work on my purpose. I'm going to work on my goals. And fantastic, the day's gone and you get so much done. You go to the gym, you get everything you needed to do for work done. You do all these other things to benefit yourself. You meditate, you're reading books. Next day comes around and you do none of it. And that is why motivation is overrated, because it's temporary, but consistency and discipline is often underrated, particularly the word consistency. Discipline is always talked about, but consistency is not spoken about enough. Motivation is not the same as consistency. It is an emotion. Anybody can feel motivated at any given time, but the difference is between motivation and consistency is that consistency is more difficult. It takes longer to build up. It lasts longer. Motivation is easier because it's like a spur of the moment. It doesn't last as long, okay, because it's, again, as I said, an emotion. It comes and it goes in waves. And not to mention that motivation is not going to get you where you want to be. Motivation is going to be like the spark of a light bulb. The light bulb goes on and you realize, okay, I feel like doing this. I feel like achieving these goals. I feel like changing my life in this way. But what you have to understand is that motivation alone is not going to get you to where you want to be. Okay, motivation is the first step to get you there because you have the motivation to want to make a difference. You have the urge and action to want to make a difference in your life. Okay, but in reality, it's never going to carry you there because it is not a consistent emotion. It does not breed consistency because it is fleeting. It varies of how much motivation you have every day. There's a lot of variables that go into this. For example, you might be feeling motivated one day because you're more well rested, or you just generally feel better about yourself that day. And then the next day there might be something that throws you off center, and then all of a sudden you feel, the opposite of motivated. You feel demotivated. You don't feel like achieving your goals. The one thing that is going to take motivation from a base level emotion to the next level is discipline. And then discipline from that point onwards is going to get you to that point of consistency. So it's like a three-tier system, right? Motivation is the first step. You realize you have to make a change. Discipline is when you keep implementing these changes that you want to make, and the discipline breeds consistency. And then you could also arguably add the fourth step, which is consistency breeds success. Everybody, I want you guys to understand this, right? Every single person has motivation. Every single person has moments of extreme desire, extreme hunger, and extreme awareness to want to achieve their goals. But there is a very minute percentage that can take that from the next level of being disciplined to put the actions in place to achieve those goals. And there's even a smaller percentage of people that go from being disciplined to doing it consistently. Because some people may get past the first stage of motivation. They might go into the discipline stage, but they might not keep that discipline for very long. And then they ultimately don't stick with it long enough for it to be a consistent habit and a consistent action in their day-to-day life. I am telling you this because I've been there. I have had days where I felt very motivated, and then the next day, I don't feel motivated at all. So therefore, that's not breeding discipline, is it? Because it's a fleeting emotion. There's been times where I have bred discipline and I've done a lot of actions to bring out that discipline in my life and put the certain measures in place to be able to get to consistency. But it takes time. Discipline, a lot of discipline takes time, and the more consistent you are with discipline, the more consistency that you'll be able to have in changing your life. Okay? Please understand that motivation is temporary. Motivation will only get you so far. It will only give you the awareness to make the change, but is not motivation that's going to get you to the next level. Discipline is going to get you to level 2, okay? Putting all these actions in place and all these motions in place to be able to achieve your goals. And then consistency of these actions is what breeds success at the end of the day. Just remember this, guys. Don't look at motivation too deeply. If you're not feeling motivated one day, that's okay. What you have to do is put in the hard yards and stay disciplined to what you realize you have to do to get where you want to be. Even if you're not motivated, stay disciplined, okay? Stay disciplined. I know it's difficult sometimes. I know it's hard, but if you truly love what you're doing, it will not be that difficult, okay? And then through the discipline is where you get to the level of consistency, which is all the things that you've built together, you're doing every single day. And then once you hit that level of consistency, the consistency starts to breed success in whatever you want to do. So please remember, motivation is temporary, consistency and discipline is permanent. Thank you very much for watching the video today, guys. Please leave any feedback. Please let me know what other topics you'd like to hear. If there's anything I could do better, please let me know. I'm very new starting out, and I hope you have a blessed week ahead, and I will see you in the next one.